Hi everyone, my name is Mandy McIntosh. I'm the owner of Prodigal Panda Writing and Social Science Center, and today I want to take you on a tour of my website. Okay, so today I want to take you on that tour of my website. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you the website. Let me go ahead and pop that up. All right. So this is the homepage for my website, and on here you're going to see some announcements generally right under the logo. Right now, of course, I am advertising my book that'll be coming out in March. It is Who is the Girl at Sleeper Mortuary, and it is my effort at trying to find the person that was in the coffin. This is an Oddfellows coffin at Sleeper Mortuary. So stay tuned for that, and obviously go ahead and follow me on social media so that you can stay up to date on that. I have a Facebook page, an Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So to get there, you're just going to click on the picture and it will take you over to whatever social media site that is so that you can go ahead and follow me on all of those. All right, going down a little further, I have my mission statement, and you can read a little bit about me. You can contact me if you would like to do that. And here are just some organizations I tend to support in some way. Normally, with my first two, the Cat Cafe and Cat Boarding, and the Creative Cosplay, I do donations for them, and I try to let you know in my store how much of that is going to them if you purchase. You'll usually see things pop up like this in October and November. If you've seen me around, you know that I've been carrying some stuff with Women at Risk International. And then my newest venture has been with the Angel Card Project, and I got to write some cards this Christmas to encourage some people. If you are interested in finding out about these organizations and how you can get involved, all you need to do is click on that picture, and it's going to either take you to their Facebook page or their website. The Angel Card Project and Creative Cosplay will go to Facebook pages, and the Cat Cafe and Women at Risk will take you to their website. And I tend to try to carry, at least with Women at Risk International, some information about them to my booths. Okay, well, coming off of the homepage, we're going to click over to writing. So I have been writing since I was 13. I was accepted into a college at 13, the Institute of Children's Literature. I finished their beginning course. I did not stick with their advanced course. I did, however, end up taking some courses in screenwriting at UCLA. And around that time, from that maybe 20-year span, I was doing some writing with short stories, getting published in some magazines and newspapers. But then I switched over to editing. I've worked with an editing service that did reviews for the authors and also a lot of content editing. I also have almost achieved getting my master's in professional writing at Liberty University. So I do have lots of writing experience and have been working with published authors since I was 13. So I offer two different services here. And of course, I'm a writer and I have my first book coming out. But for this page for you, I offer two services. So I offer editing services, and I do recommend that you read my profile and make sure I'm going to be a good fit with your genre if you're interested in editing services for me. For example, I'm probably not going to be a great content editor for somebody writing science fiction because I don't read it very often, and I believe that you have to be a good reader of a genre to be a good editor of a genre. However, I have in my previous job had to work with some fantasy writers, so I do have some experience with that. I offer content editing as well as grammatical editing. I do charge $2 a page, and I only work with about 5 authors at a time. So you can email me here and see if I am accepting authors at the time and if we would be a good fit for your work. I also offer writing coaching, and I've restructured this a little bit because I've realized some people that have come to me for writing coaching really just needed an editor. So, writing coaching is a whole different beast. It is when you are developing your work and you want to work with an editor as you're working on your novel, so that you can get some insight into your characters, your plot development, and different things like that. So if you purchase one of these and it's no longer a program where you have to purchase a bunch of packages or subscribe monthly, I have found largely that most of the writers that I have worked with did not want that. Now, if there's an interest in it, I'm willing to make a program again. However, right now you can just buy a session. That session will get you 30 pages that I will go over. I will edit for grammar and content, and then we will schedule an hour-long meeting, which is a writing conference. You should come to this conference with questions for me, and I will come with comments for you, and we will have a terrific conversation about what I have read of your writing, where it could go, what you need to work on. So if you're interested in writing coaching, all you need to do is hit buy now, and it's going to pop you over to my Calendly. If you've never used Calendly before, all you need to do is click on a blue date. Those are the times I have available. If it's not a blue date, I'm not available. So click on a blue date. It's going to give you the times I'm available. Remember, for writing coaching, it is 1 hour. It's going to tell you over here. You can pick a time and hit next. It's going to ask you to fill in the blanks, and then before you book it, they're going to ask you to pay the price of $40. So it's already taken care of. If you need to reschedule for any reason after you've paid this, please don't worry. We will get that worked out. All you need to do is email me. All right, so that is my writing services. Now let's go over to paranormal and religion. I've been a paranormal investigator for almost 19 years, coming up this June. I started back in 2007, so I have a few things here. I'm going to scroll down on the page. So the last thing I have on here is my prayer and study journal. I will update the link to that when it's ready, but this has an ISBN number now, and Amazon's not playing nicely with it. So that will be updated. If you buy one and then come back to buy another one, you might see a different link. Don't panic. That is correct. It's the same thing. It'll just have an ISBN number now. If you want to look inside, you can look and see what the different pages look like. And I believe there's even a few more pages over on Amazon. If you want to purchase that, you can buy now and then head over to Amazon, and there's a paperback and hardback version of the prayer and study journal. I could not find a singular prayer and study journal that met my needs, so I wrote this with me in mind and different Bible studies that I've been part of, and decided that this was what I liked the best. And these are example pages. So these are blank for you to fill in. And I feel like we're sadly in a day and age where I have to say, yes, I'm a Christian, but not that kind of Christian. Everybody's welcome here. I've worked with pagans, Wiccans, Muslims, Jewish people. It doesn't matter to me what faith you believe in. You can talk to me about it. I am good. I've tried to study it, every faith to some extent. I work with people teaching ESL that are different religions than me. So all religions are welcome here, but I come from the Christian perspective on things. But again, I'm not that Christian. To be honest, most Christians don't quite get me. So it is okay. Everybody is welcome here. Well, let's scroll on up to the spirit animal reports. So we're going to click on learn more, and I have several articles here for you to read. So the first one is, what are spirit animals? How do they fit into my biblical view of things, and how do we use them? And to find that out, we're just going to click on that picture, and there's a nice article for you to read. I have tried to simplify it as much as possible, but have given lots of examples of how I believe spirit animals can be used. And of course, they are a Native American tradition, not a Christian tradition. We believed for a long time that we had Native American in our family. My grandmother looked exactly like a Native American, and other Native Americans told her she looked Native American. And after our DNA test, we found out we have no Native American. But we grew up learning about Native American tribes and traditions, and spirit animals and totem animals have always been something that have interested me. So I have been studying them since I was a little girl and doing different reflection activities with them when I teach reflection activities. So that is my personal interest in spirit animals and how I came to work with them. Now, I sell spirit animal reports, and they're not like a tarot reading. The way that spirit animals were used in Native American traditions is that they did a medicine wheel. A medicine wheel looks like this, but they also had physical medicine wheels that they designated as sacred ground. Um, and they would do a ceremony in them. Now, back in the day, this is way back in the 1600s, they would take bones from animals or feathers from animals, put them in a bag. The person would come into the medicine wheel and they would pull out those artifacts, and the women of the tribe would give them some information about the animal so they could go and meditate. The four quadrants here relate to different aspects of our health. So what you'll get, and I'll show you the report here, we're going to click on it. This is going to tell you all about the medicine wheel, a little more in depth than what I just did. It's going to tell you about the different aspects of health. So what will happen is if you purchase a report, you're going to get this exact article, but after physical health, right here, you're going to see an animal. I'm going to pull that animal for you. I have about 300 animals in a bag, just little cards with their name on it. I will draw those out. I tend to use my spirit animal candle that I make while I'm drawing those out, and listen to some reflective music, normally Native American music off of YouTube while I'm doing that. Um, and then I write some information about the animal here for you. And you can take that information and meditate. And if you're thinking, I have no idea how to do that, that's okay. At the end of the report, there are some suggestions for meditation. And I have been asked to do on YouTube a spirit animal meditation, and I will do that. You guys have no idea how much I hate the sound of my voice, and I have no idea how people think that it is calming. But I will write one of those out, and I will do that hopefully very soon and have up on YouTube. This is obviously the first video, and if you're watching this in the future, it is January 5th of 2026. So stay tuned for those. I will have them. But if you need help with meditation or you have questions about your report, you are always welcome to reach out to me. Now, in that same spirit, I have a background in psychology, so I've made a Jungian spirit animal reading, which gives you a spirit animal for about 16 of the Jungian archetypes. If you do spirit or shadow work, not spirit work, shadow work, you're probably familiar with the Jungian archetypes. And so we have this report, and you can read exactly what archetypes are in there and what each archetype is just by clicking on this picture. Erickson is a psychologist that had 8 stages of life, so you would get an animal for each stage of life. Spoiler alert, they're kind of all developing simultaneously from the time you're little. So there will be 3 others, but right now I am knee deep in writing. So please don't expect these until probably spring. I will be doing Maslow, chakras, and archangels for spirit animals as well. So if you want to read any of those articles, all you need to do is click the picture. If you have questions, you can let me know. And you can shop now under each one of these. If you click it, it's going to go ahead and take you right over to my store. It's going to again tell you what the report is going to include, and you can just purchase from there. All right. Well, let's head on over to life coaching now. So, I am currently being certified through the Transformation Academy for general life coaching and also spiritual life coaching. I want to make it extremely clear that I am not a licensed therapist. I cannot offer you a diagnosis and I cannot bill your insurance. And that is all right here on the page. I am a life coach. So I teach skills to people. And you can read a little bit more about my approach here and how I can help. I teach skills from a variety of different psychology perspectives, like dialectical behavior therapy, cognitive behavior therapy. I love using Jung. He was a psychoanalyst, the guy that has the archetypes. I also like to do things like shadow work, which would again reflect with Jung. We can do crystal meditations, guided meditations, body scanning meditations together. We can set goals and look at how to achieve them. We can do journal writing, or we can do some bibliotherapy, which is reading a book and then using that to apply it to our life and our goals and see what we can take out of that. Now, I am new to seeing what people like as far as a life coaching program. So, as of right now, it is set up the same way that my writing coaching program is. You can just buy a session. That way, there's no monthly reoccurring fee. Maybe you can't use it a certain month. Or anything like that. So what you do is the same thing on Calendly. You go in, you pick one. It's an hour-long coaching session. It's $75. And again, it'll have you pay that before you check out. If there is interest in an actual program where you get a discounted fee for booking so many sessions at once or agreeing to reoccurring payments, I will make that. However, that's not been my experience with my writing coaching program. So I'm going to just leave it as this for now. But if you're interested in getting a program like that, please email me and I'm happy to work on a package. All right, right now there is nothing under psychology. I'll be doing some different classes and workshops that'll be on my page, but psychology has not been my focus right now. It's really been on writing. Speaking of writing, if you want to check out some of my writing, it will be here. I'll be doing some videos on writing, so I will have some more documents uploaded here in the future. But right now, I just have my editing philosophy here. And please keep in mind that this was written while I was doing this particular piece in my graduate program, so it might be a little heady. If you have questions on it, please let me know. But basically, the bottom line of it is I edit for both content and grammar at the same time. And I don't believe that we should be working so hard on grammar if we need to develop our content. And that is the whole purpose of a writing conference, is developing that content. All right, so you can pop over to my store and see what products I have available. Right now, I have things grouped together and I'm not sure I love it. So I've tried to put like a description of each candle in here, and you can use the drop-down menu to purchase. The bad part is they don't allow me enough pictures to show you what the insides of these really cool candles look like, but it does tell you what kind of herbs are in them, what scent is in them, what color they are, and what it represents. So, guys, let me know how you feel about that too, and I can always separate them out. I have a big affection for candles and soap. I do a lot of cleansing and blessing and meditation, so that is just what happened. So I'm not a soap maker per se. I do make soap for my business, but I only make it if it has something to do with my business, not just randomly new soaps for the fun of it. Um, Again, same thing with the candles. I don't make cute little candles. They have a purpose to them. You'll see on here different things. This was a lotion I created for my grandmother, who passed this year. I've got angel necklaces. I do have cute little ghost soaps. We have, this will be discontinued after I sell out of them, the tarot soap and probably the cryptid soap, with the exception of Mothman, because my cousin would probably be very unhappy if I discontinued Mothman. Um, I don't really do cryptids so much. I have fibromyalgia and I'm not a little girl, so I feel like I would probably get the ones that got abducted or eaten by Bigfoot, so I don't tend to go looking for them. But maybe if I write a story about them or something, we'll keep these guys around. But right now, the plan is to discontinue them. I do have angel meditation kits. I don't know why I don't have a picture of my cleansing and blessing kit up. I will get that. Um, these are some other soaps I make. This one is specifically related to a cleansing ritual out of the Bible. I do not believe that it cleanses your sins better than Jesus. I have been accused of that. So you can check all of those out. All my candles are soy product and all my soaps are made from a goat's milk base. You might see beta readers here and you can click on it, but it is password protected. Those were the lucky folks that got to preview my book and give me some feedback on it. And you also can go ahead and create yourself an account on my page, which if you take any courses with me, that will allow you the easiest access to them. All right. Well, I am so glad that you stuck around with me if you're still here and learned about all the services that I offer and the different things that I do. I guess one thing I didn't touch on is I don't have a team that goes out and investigates, at least right now. I've been part of teams in the past. It's just me at the moment. Um, I wouldn't be opposed to investigating something local, but I'm also not a group that routinely does that. And the reason for that is I'm an English second language teacher, which means I'm generally at work at night. And so it just doesn't work out very well for me, but it can be done. So if you are having a paranormal problem, don't hesitate to reach out. I look forward to having you subscribe to my channel and seeing you. I'll be posting probably on Saturdays every week, and I'll be discussing a variety of topics dealing with life coaching, psychology, writing, and the paranormal. We'll probably be pretty heavy on the paranormal since I'm working on my book. If you guys have any questions or there's any videos you want to see on those topics, drop them in the comments below, and I will see you next time.